Hey guys, how you doing? It's Cam here, and today I want to talk to you about snacking, or my opinion on snacking. So I got a question asked to me by a good friend of mine, David, and he wants to know what are the best snacks to have throughout the day to kind of tie you over to that next meal. And to answer the question really bluntly, I don't actually like the idea of snacks. I think it's the wrong way to go about eating. Um, I really think you should be having planned meals throughout the day, so you should be eating complete meals every time you sit down to eat. The quote is, eat like a lion, don't graze like a cow. So you want to be sitting down and eating a complete meal till you're full, and then that's going to tie you over to your next meal. Now, obviously, there's going to be times throughout your life and throughout the week and whatever where you're going to be on an extra long work binge or an extra long golf course or whatever it is that you're doing, and it may not be practical to have that meal directly in the middle of whatever it is you're doing, work or golf or whatever. So one option would be to prepare your meals and time your meals prior to the event or whatever is happening, and then have the meal after whatever is happening. I know this sounds a little bit, might sound a little bit difficult, but it's actually pretty easy for meal prep. I get mine done in about 15 minutes at night. I just cook an extra large dinner, and then I put the remainder, I eat dinner obviously, and then put the remainder in containers ready for the next day. So all I'm doing is cooking extra, and it's pretty simple to do. And then the next day, if you've got whatever it is you're doing, you can allow these meals to kind of help tie you over and prepare them around your event. So that's going to stop you from snacking and picking up little things that don't necessarily want to put into your body. A lot of people like to snack on nuts and fruits and things like that, and just dependent on your goals. I don't really think that's a good idea, especially if your goal is fat loss. You want to be avoiding fruit almost entirely, or small amounts of fruit throughout the day, probably about one serve of fruit. And a lot of people like to snack on nuts. Almonds are the biggest craze. Everyone loves almonds, but no one just stops at a handful. You just keep going. So it's not necessarily a good idea to snack. I mean, who's ever just had one Tim Tam? So I would recommend, again, preparing your meals and timing them around whatever event you have. But other than that, all but avoid snacking if you can. It's going to lead to best results in the end. So if you're one of those people who snacks religiously and you want to have that looked into, enter your details below if you're on my website. If not, go to nufit.com.au, go to the bottom of the pages there and enter your details below, and we'll fix that problem together. Hope you guys learned something today. That's all from me, and see you guys next week.